Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Against the Spread podcast with Week 15 of the NFL. All joined by Liffy Betts, of course.
What's going on? A nice Santa gift this morning. We got the Colts cashing, so that was a lock of the year, lock of the century.
Yeah, couldn't really get that one up. We should have posted on Twitter. My bad, but we're not used to this time slot.
Yeah,
Um,
facts.
but last week was an absolute beating. Got destroyed. Obviously I took Bills, Bengals, and Browns. Which is probably some of the worst bad beats you'll ever have in your career. All in one session, you know what I'm saying? So that was unfortunate. What about yourself?
Yeah, well, I actually had the last 2 weeks off, but the the public feasted last week, and you know what that means this week. The book will absolutely pillage anyone that goes against them. So
Exactly. As I said, setting up like four primetime games in the one slate.
oh
What's that? Five primetime games this week with Chargers Chiefs as well. Um, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, bookies will make a killing.
yeah.
Um, Chiefs, I don't know how they ended up covering. That was
That was
pretty
definitely
ridiculous.
against the script. There was no way. I reckon the bookies would have been fuming at the Chiefs. Like, we paid you off. Like, what's going on here? But
Oh well. All right, on to this week. I'm actually struggling. Do you want to choose your top three?
yeah, sure. So my top three are the Vikings, Bears, Saints,
Yep.
Bucks, and the this third. Ah,
I already know what it is. Can I guess what game you're about to pick?
yeah. Go ahead.
Seahawks Rams.
No, no, no. I'm off. As soon as the Rams got their players back, I'm off that. Um.
Uh,
I'll decide at the end, but it's either going to be Packers, Ravens, or Falcons, 49ers. Either one.
Interesting. One of my top threes will likely be Ravens Packers. Um, wait, Steelers have gone into favorite.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Give me Steelers Titans. Um, and give me. You know what? Let's just leave it at that for now with those two games because I'm not entirely confident this week.
Fair,
Um,
fair.
so yeah, let's get us started then. First game, Arizona in Detroit, 12 and a half for Detroit. What do you think?
Well, you know, Detroit, absolute shocking last week against the Broncos. Got beat up. Cardinals had a good game against the Rams, even though they did lose. Uh,
Hmm.
Cardinals, without Kyle Murray, actually have a better record than with him. So that's interesting, but he is
Yeah,
playing. Um, it is the Lions, so stay away. This line will be inflated, but I wouldn't put it past them to still
yeah.
lose. So I'll take the Lions at the line, but I would not put it past them to lose.
I feel like whenever Cardinals get in these like double-digit spreads, they always seem to cover them somehow, even how ridiculous it is. But
Yeah.
they have 80% of the money. I'll probably lean towards Lions, 12 and a half. But obviously no bet. So I agree. Moving on, Panthers in Buffalo, Buffalo minus 13. This is I can see Carolina covering here, although Bills money line is a lock of the year. They're not losing again.
Oh
Like
yeah.
add them to your multis.
I'd be a little nervous though because they're in everyone's multi, so one of them's bound to lose, especially in one of these bookie weeks.
I can see Carolina covering for sure, but even though the bookies don't have a say at this point, the Bills are not going 7-7. Like they're too good of a team to be going 7-7.
Fair enough.
I'm
Fair enough.
sorry. Money line, add them to your multis if you ask me. Um, what do you reckon?
Uh, you know, I'll- one of these faves will probably lose, but I would agree with you here. The Bills um will be too good, and I'll take them at the line.
Minus 13. See, the line gets a bit iffy here, but the Panthers, I don't really have that much faith in them. And Bills, I reckon they start to believe in themselves after last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they should have really won. Like,
Yeah, or at least kept it
Yeah,
within 3 points.
yeah, that's all that counts.
Yeah, give me Bills -13, but Carolina cover isn't out of the question. Moving on to Dallas in New York. New York +11.5. What do you think?
Well, you've got a divisional game here, and you've got the Cowboys. Cowboys have the money 4-1 on them, so everyone's gonna be loving them.
It is.
Um, Divisional game. It's in New York, and we know Daniel Jones' record at home, so that's
Is he
concerning.
back?
Is he back?
I don't know. If it's still Mike Glennon, then they've got no hope.
Oh,
Apologies to Mike Glennon. Yeah,
yeah, he
I'll
is.
agree.
Glennon is back. I mean, still there. So,
Cowboys.
oh, I mean, Cowboys will win like outright money line, but give me the Giants at this line. Vegas won't let Dallas win.
I don't know. This is tough. I can definitely see Giants somehow covering 11.5, but Dallas could definitely win. I mean, Dallas will win, should win. I'll take Giants +11.5. Still with Glennon. Moving on, Houston in Jacksonville. This was close to a top 3 pick for me. Jacksonville -4.5, which I never thought I'd be saying this season. Houston are pretty trash, and they're receiving a lot of the money here. I could see Jacksonville actually coming out since Urban Meyer got fired.
Yeah.
Everyone hates him there, so I could see a potential Jacksonville cover, but I'm not. I'm not a fan of taking Jacksonville minus points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So
But I will.
you going with Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No bet, but
Yeah, well, this game's interesting because it was -3 to start, and as soon as Urban Meyer's fired, they jumped out to whatever they're now, minus
4.5.
4.5.
It
Yeah,
was 5.
yeah. So it's like, was the coach that big of a factor, you know? But this is another game which is like would be terrible to watch. I'd probably go Texans at the line.
Yeah.
No confidence, but I actually was close to doing this as a top 3 as well, but taking the over. I reckon these these two teams would just have a score fest, and it's 39.5. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty low.
although their offense is terrible, both
Mm.
teams, they should be able to throw it around. So I'll take the over if you want as well.
Might see a couple pick sixes,
Yeah.
going each way. Yeah, I could definitely see that. So you're Houston +4.5.
Yep.
Alright, sweet. Moving on then. Jets in Miami. Miami -4.5. I mean 9.5. Sorry. I mean, the Miami Dolphins have like the smallest chance to make playoffs, I think. But
They probably don't
they have
deserve
gone on a
to.
big run.
Yeah.
9.5. I don't know. What do you think?
They don't deserve to make the playoffs. Even though the Jets are that bad. Dolphins probably cover here. Just purely on how bad the Jets are. But this is a stay away from me.
I feel like if the line goes to 10, it might be a potential play.
Yeah, maybe.
Jets money line. I actually wouldn't be surprised if that hits. It just feels like one of those games. Somehow Jets will win. But obviously, no real confidence considering it's a Jets. Give me +9.5. Even 10 maybe if it comes out. Alright, moving on. Did you have Falcons Niners in your top 3?
Oh, yeah. Just do that. Yeah, do that top 3. Oh, actually, no.
Nah.
No, do Packers Ravens for me.
Interesting. Alright, skipping Tennessee game. Falcons +9 in San Fran. Give me San Fran -9. I know you.
Straight up.
You go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a potential upset game for me. I can definitely see Falcons getting a late touchdown just in that 9 points. I actually think they have a chance to outright money line win. But yeah, the 49ers are receiving 86% of the money. Um,
Interesting.
so yeah, even though Falcons are terrible, no one wants to take them. But
Yeah.
that line's inflated, and the 49ers, yes, they've been good, but Jimmy G is a shocking quarterback. If he didn't have George Kittle last week, Bengals would destroy them. So
Hmm.
yeah, I reckon the Falcons keep it in that 9.5.
Thing is, I feel like I don't feel like Falcons are actually that good. Like they beat what? They beat up a beat up bloody Carolina team last week. Um, although I do see what you mean. Like it just takes like one late score and Falcons will cover.
Yeah.
Um, but I just feel like San Fran are the better team here, and I feel like they go on a big run here, San Fran. Touch wood. Um, but yeah. Moving on, Cincinnati +3 in Denver, which I don't understand this line at all. I feel like this is the biggest trap game. Denver should not be favorites here, and Bengals are receiving more of the money, and yet the line has gone out from 1.5 to 3. I don't
Mm.
understand.
Yeah, you're probably right. It is a trap game. Whatever team ends up with the most money come game time will lose.
Yep,
Um,
but I can't. It will be the Bengals, but I can't see myself taking the Broncos here. Like that just goes against every one of my morals.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Because the Broncos are trash. I'm sorry.
I'd actually wouldn't mind Bengals +3 if it stays at 3, but for me, I'm more interested in the under here. 95% of the money is on the over. Sorry, so take the under with confidence. Both these teams are good defensive teams. Um,
Mm.
this actually might be a potential play for me as well. So under 44.
That's yeah. I'm not a big fan of the over under, but I could definitely get behind it. Like I feel like there's a lot of money to be made in that market.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Honestly, I'm going Bengals +3. Although it's close to me now. Only reason I would take Broncos is purely on the bookies like making it a trap, like feeding everyone into the Bengals.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll take the Bengals +3.
Fair enough. You've got Saints and Bucks. Moving on to Tuesday or Monday night, wherever you are. Las Vegas in Cleveland. Cleveland -3.
You never want to do these games, even if it's a prime time. Like,
I mean, it's earlier. It's early game, so you know.
yeah, but oh god, both these teams are the most inconsistent. Like, one day they're Super Bowl caliber, next they're
Yeah.
bottom 4 seed. Uh, I'd probably side with the Raiders here, just purely on taking the underdog.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but stay away unless there's a massive like weight on one team of the
Yeah.
money. But yeah, stay away.
I reckon Cleveland here. To be honest, the line looks like it'll push into maybe 2.5. Not
Hmm.
100% sure on that, but yeah, Cleveland -3. So sorry to fade you.
No.
Skipping Vikings, Chicago, moving to Seattle in Los Angeles. Um, I think Seattle will cover here, but I don't want to root for them. So Rams -6.5.
You know, I at the start of the week when the game was at a different time and the Rams weren't gonna have their players. I actually
Yeah,
the Seahawks +4, I think the line was probably the better the week. I'd still go +6.5, but with not as much confidence. Um,
mm,
it's a divisional game. Seahawks always play the Rams close, even though the Seahawks aren't the best team this year. But
yeah.
yeah, I reckon they keep it within that touchdown. If it gets to 7, then that's a potential play. But six and a
Rams
half.
should win.
Oh
Should
yeah,
win the
yeah,
money line. Covering is I
yeah.
don't know.
I reckon Rams. It'll be like a draw, and then Rams will just get a late field goal for the win. But the cover will be Seahawks.
Yeah, I can definitely foresee that, but at the same time, as a Rams fan, obviously not taking that line, not even touching it. Next game. Football team in Philadelphia. Give me Philly. Actually, no, I don't know. You go on. Not
Uh,
100%.
this is another divisional game. A lot of divisional games this week.
Washington finished their season with all divisional games.
Oh, interesting. Um,
Very interesting.
I reckon Washington can play spoiler for this division. Just get a
Yeah.
few lucky wins here and there. I don't think that. Well, Dallas will be the number one seed.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think they be the two seed, even if they make Eagles make the
Yeah.
wild card. But I reckon Washington money line could be a play, but the line should be good.
Yeah. What happened last time? They played Philly yet this season?
Um,
Washington?
ok-
Oh no, I'm thinking of Seattle.
yeah, no, they
They
haven't.
they they play Eagles twice in the next 3 weeks, so um, yeah, it could be very interesting. I think these teams just break even. Like Washington will win one game, Philly will win the other game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So honestly, stay away. Maybe. I mean, Philly -6 to me. Actually, no, fuck it. Washington +6.
Fair, fair.
Honestly, a toss up. I'll probably end up betting one of these games. Like, what? There's a lot of time between now and Wednesday. You know what I mean?
There is the lines could change. Anything could happen.
Exactly. So yeah. Wait, what did you take again?
Oh, Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, on to the top three picks. Tennessee in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh favorite now. Did someone get ruled out for Tennessee or?
I'm not too sure, but yeah, I don't know why this line has moved. I can check.
Um, it's classic Pittsburgh to become favorites and then just flop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the money is 9-1 on the Steels.
9-1.
Yeah.
Jeez. Titans. It's the Jacksonville effect. You saw the Rams this week. You know what I'm saying? After they played Jacksonville, Tennessee should do the same thing. Honestly, I was leaning towards Pittsburgh, but then they got a bunch of money loaded on them. So I was like, nah. Tennessee +1.5. Honestly, I think it's value, even money line.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon this was a close to the top three game for me. The Titans defense has actually been playing pretty good. So I reckon it's Big Ben. Like
Exactly.
no one should be letting that clown score on them. Yeah, I agree. I reckon the Titans win easy here.
The only thing is that Tomlin has never had a losing season, and if they lose this game, then they will be below 500.
Mm.
And they have to verse the Chiefs, Browns, and Ravens to close out their season after the Titans.
Mm.
So it's a rough finishing patch for the Steelers. I don't think they'll be making playoffs at this rate. Unfortunately, if you're a Steelers fan. Titans +1.5. Moving on to Packers in Baltimore. This line should get out to 7. What do you think?
Yeah, the if it gets out to 7, even better for me.
Mhm.
Oh well, Sportsbet already have it at 7. There has been talk that both Rodgers and Lamar are gonna be out. I think Lamar is out.
Oh, what? Rodgers is out as well.
There has been talk that he's gonna be ruled out, but he hasn't been ruled out. Yeah, Lamar's out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I figured Lamar would be out.
Yeah, the Packers winning and covering is the biggest liability this week.
Uh-huh.
So purely on that, I'll be taking Ravens. I actually don't even mind the Ravens. Like, yes, they're banged up in injury department, but they keep the games close. All the games
Exactly.
they play. So I'll gladly take the plus.
Yeah, I think +7 is quite a good play. Yeah, no more to be said, really. Although Green Bay consistently upset the bookies, which is
Oh yeah,
concerning.
yeah.
But I think this will be too much of a liability after last week. Personally,
Hmm.
yeah, Baltimore +7, especially if those rumors about Rodgers are true.
Even if he does play, I still have a
Exactly.
confident confidence in the Ravens.
Moving on to your top pick as well, New Orleans in Tampa.
You
Can only
know,
imagine what you're gonna pick here.
yeah. Well, I always hate taking my team, the mighty Saints. But even though what's his name last time?
Taysom.
Taysom, absolute shocking when he throws the ball. He feasted last week. He's got his running back. What's his name? Kamara.
Wow,
Yeah,
real fan you are.
yeah, the goat, the true goat, you know. But Tampa Bay, they're like another Chiefs. Like everyone's gonna bet them every week. They've covered 4 weeks in a row. So bookies
Fair
revenge
enough.
week. They won't prime time. Yes, Bucks will win, but the Saints will somehow cover that 11.5. So I'll confidently take that.
Primetime Taysom, full pick Taysom, all of the above, mate. Give me Tampa minus 11.5.
Oh,
I
oh,
don't think there's. I mean, Kamara is back, but unless they run the ball the whole game, which, as it's been previously stated, Tampa have a very good run defense. Um, I don't think there's much saving the Saints here. Sorry, Declan.
fair enough.
So yeah, have to go against you on that one. Um, Moving on as well. Minnesota in Chicago. Also your top pick.
This is for me the lock of the week. The Bears +6, lock of the week, even money line potential.
Yep.
Divisional game at home. It'll be freezing this time of the year. Even though the Packers somehow didn't let the Bears cover last week, like they were
Yeah.
winning at halftime, still didn't let it. The bookies will get their revenge again here. This is if one of those like Dallas or someone easily covers, even the Bucks easily cover. This is an absolute This is an absolute lock. I'd be considering taking out loans, doing whatever you want. This would
I might
be
tell you.
the Bears lock of the week for me.
Vikings, Kirk Cousins prime time. We all know the stat. Not very good in prime time. Spoiler. Yeah, Chicago seems like a good pick. Refs will be like, "Oi, help Chicago after the absolute ref ball that was played last week." Yeah, 6 looks very good to me.
Also, the Vikings like the spread is 98.5% of the money, so that's the highest of the week, and they're the third biggest liability in terms of them winning outright. So all the multis and all
Well,
that. So
hopefully we're in for a good week. That's all
hopefully,
I have to say. I mean,
hopefully.
apologies to the public, but hopefully you don't have your greatest figures. Especially after last week, man. Like, there's no way the bookies can afford a back-to-back,
Yeah, there's no shot.
11 favorites cover.
Yeah.
Although, I think there are no buys this week. I don't think. So, a lot of games, a lot of money. Actually, no, that's definitely a lie. Who's on buy? What? No one's on buy. Disregard. So, there are a lot of games this week.
Yeah, almost one every day.
Honestly. How good.
Yeah, facts.
That'll about wrap it up. Follow the Twitter at ATS_P0D to keep up with the picks. And yeah, any final comments?
Best of luck. Hopefully the public gets smashed. So in for a good week.
Exactly. Alright, see ya.